My name is Michelle Abraham. I'm one of the 6 counselors here, and I just want to talk to you a little bit about cabin fever. I think it's something that most of us are experiencing or have experienced in the last several weeks, at least one point or another. And I just kind of want to give you some tips on how to keep it at bay and to keep us motivated in these really difficult times. I'm going to start off with a verse from Matthew 11:28. Jesus said, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." I don't think anyone's going to argue that at some point they haven't felt weary or burdened in these last few weeks. But there is always rest in the Lord, and I think we tend to forget that when we're really unmotivated and feeling really discouraged. And I think there are so many of us that feel that way. Getting into a routine where we're into the Bible a little bit more frequently than maybe we usually have been will be helpful. For that, I turn to Romans 12:12. It says, "Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, and faithful in prayer." We all need some hope. We all should have hope. We have the Lord on our side. We have a governor that seems to be on top of the whole problem. And what we need to exercise is our patience and faith and staying close to God, staying close to our faith, staying close to our convictions, just exercising that patience muscle. For people who live by themselves, maybe even if you have kids, I think what's important is to maintain that routine that you've always had. Get up at the same time or close to the same time that you usually do. Get in the shower, put your makeup on, do your hair, get dressed. Even if you're not going anywhere, it just sometimes helps to get us motivated for the day. If you don't feel like, that's always going to be on your mind is, okay, it's day 3 without a shower. When am I going to get in there? Just do it every day. Keep getting yourself up and moving first thing in the morning. Routines remove the decision-making process. It just becomes old hat. You do it automatically. So when you do remove some of those decisions that you have to make every day, what you do is also de-escalate your stress. So removing the decision-making helps to remove some of the stress from your life. Another thing I like to do is, when you're stuck at home and you have a lot of projects you want to get done or chores you want to get done and you've got work and you've got kids and you've got all these things, I'm a big fan of Post-it notes, and a lot of my clients know this. I recommend it all the time. I like the colorful ones. Across the top of the wall, I would put the days of the week in one color, and then the next color would be things that I need to get done during that week. What's nice is when you do that task, you throw it away so you can see that you are accomplishing something. If you don't get it done, you can pick another day of the week and stick it there. So it's flexible, but it is also a good visual for what you're actually accomplishing during the week. If you get several colors, what we did in my home, all the family members have their own color, and so the chores are also divided up that way. My son has this chore and he's always in blue, my other son is always in green, and you kind of get an idea of what's getting done during the week, and it makes life easier because you're not feeling like you're having to be on top of everything all the time. And again, it takes away that decision making. It's there on the wall. You don't have to think about it. So it helps decrease the stress as well. Jamie also hinted to in her talk, when I try to control what I can't control, it ends up controlling me. And that's true. What's interesting is, like, in this type of a situation, you have to concentrate on what you can control. There are things we cannot control, and we need to come to that realization and kind of shelve those things. We cannot control whether or not we actually get COVID-19. We can protect ourselves the best we can. And if we're doing that, that's the best we can do. Washing our hands, wearing the mask, 6 feet distancing, going to the grocery store once a week or once every 2 weeks, that's the best you can do. You're with your family at home. You are not going to be able to control everything that goes on in that house. So taking some of the stress off of yourself, let the kids sleep in. Most kids in America today are sleep deprived anyway, so letting them sleep in isn't going to be a drastic thing. It's going to help them catch up on the sleep that they probably are missing throughout the school year anyway. Find motivators that work. So if you got little ones, maybe it's, if you do this math worksheet, you get a snack pack of M&Ms. Or it's, you get your favorite dinner. Things like that, little motivators that give us something to look forward to if we accomplish some of the tasks we need to do, even if that task is getting out of bed. There's a lot of misinformation on social media, a lot. My suggestion is to pick one news source once a day and watch it. That does not mean leave the news networks on all day long. That means pick a program that you feel is a reliable source of information and watch it. Our family watches the governor's talk every day. 2 o'clock, I sit there, I get the updates, I'm done. No more. It's a good way to keep the source that you feel is reliable, and it cuts out all the fat that you don't need to hear. Go outside, get some fresh air, take a walk around the block a couple times a day. Even if it's just a 10-minute walk, it gets you outside, gets you seeing other humans. Every time I go for a walk, I see at least a handful of other people, and everybody's very eager to talk to you. So it's really great to say hi. And of course, you're maintaining social distance, cross the street saying, hello, how are you? It's just, there's a warmth that you get from other humans that you don't get on a video screen. So it's very important to do that. Take the dog for a walk, go for a bike ride. We have so fortunate in Cleveland to have such beautiful metro parks, even in the snow. It's beautiful. So go for a bike ride. If you have teenagers, let them go skateboarding. These are all activities that you can't really be very close to each other anyway because of the risk of falling. So they're pretty safe. And remember, as long as you're adhering to the CDC guidelines of wearing a mask and staying 6 feet away, washing your hands, you're doing the best you can. Plan at least one fun activity a day, usually at night when work is done, kids' schoolwork is done, the day is winding down. Maybe it's a movie night. My husband and I, our goal was to see all the Marvel movies in order. Done. Read a book. Read a series of books. Get an ice cream bar set up and have ice cream sundaes with your family. Have a bonfire. The weather has been, up to today, been really nice. Roast hot dogs with your family. Tell stories. Roast marshmallows. Bake cookies. If you have board games, you're sick of them, buy a new one on Amazon. Get a jigsaw puzzle. There's something to be said about that accomplished feeling of finding that jigsaw puzzle piece and putting it in and having it fit. You get that sense of accomplishment when it's done. It's a very rewarding activity. You might want to find a project to stay productive at home. So maybe it's painting a room, organizing a closet, something that will keep you motivated and make you feel like you did something at the end of the day. We're very goal-oriented people. So when you accomplish a task, there's a satisfaction that comes with that accomplishment. Like the Post-it exercise on the wall. When you can see those Post-its coming down, you know you've accomplished something for that day. I want to leave you with a final verse to help push you along. Be on your guard. Stand firm in the faith. Be courageous. Be strong. Do everything in love. If you're a healthy person and you are able, you can volunteer to help others. You can go grocery shopping for a neighbor. Maybe there's an elderly neighbor that has a dog that needs to be walked. There are some volunteer opportunities here at Grace. My sons and I recently helped one of the local kennels with a supply drive for the pets that were there. Little things. I know the school districts have had food drive. There's been opportunities all over the place for people who are healthy, who are able to follow the precautions. So please, if you are able-bodied, consider that. It helps get you out of the house. And of course, they always have you following the safety precautions as well. Just know that you are not alone. Reach out. Have some Zoom calls. Do Google Hangouts. Even just FaceTime someone else or Google Duo somebody. Even seeing someone else's face is better than being by yourself. Seeing someone else's face is also helpful. Not just our kids, our spouses, but our friends. So make sure you're staying social. Make sure you're seeing other people's faces or hearing other people's voices.